Yeah. Oh yeah.
And somehow someone broke the
It
dam.
is 6 o'clock, so we can start.
Sorry.
Let's call the meeting to order.
Here we go.
Stand. Okay, we're going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance first. Pledge of Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to a meeting of the Stamford Selectboard. If you have a matter to discuss that is not included on the agenda, you may do so by addressing the chairperson and stating your name and address. You'll notice that all our meetings are recorded, and this is to aid with the summarization of the minutes. Visitors are welcome, and we allow 5 minutes of comments per visitor and 15 minutes per topic. Discussions will be held in a calm and civilized manner, respectful of others. Select board members present are
Mike did all.
Nancy Bashika.
John Dunn.
Jed Gramlin. Kirk Kamar.
Will there be any adding of items or removing items from tonight's agenda?
Additional excess weight permits.
Okay. Will there be any adjustments to the agenda, such as changing the order of items? No. Okay. And Jed is recording tonight's meeting for his YouTube video. All right. Hearing of visitors. Sir, are you?
Yep.
Okay, my name's Charlie Jewett. I live in Pownell. I'm a conservative Republican, and I want to run for state assembly because our district is pretty conservative, and we have a pretty liberal Democrat representing us.
Mhm.
Fiscal conservative, social conservative, rapidly pro Second Amendment. I own Bennington Armory gun shop in
I thought you looked familiar.
Yeah, you look familiar.
Yeah.
What are you running for, Jerry?
State assembly,
Okay.
and I need signatures in order for me to get on the ballot. I'm hoping I could get some tonight.
Our selectmen's meeting. I don't know. Do we want to do a selectmen's meeting here, or?
Man, you're not gonna make it wait all
No.
night to have signatures. I have no problem with it. Anybody else have a problem with it?
No.
No. So
Okay.
I think that we can just, if someone wants to sign it, then we're welcome. I will sign it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, this doesn't
And,
mean that.
you know, it's his 5 minutes. So,
Just to
yeah.
get on the agenda,
Yeah.
on the ballot. So this is the whole county of Bennington.
Well, it's District 1. Okay, so the town of Bennington is a separate district.
Yeah,
But we are in District 1.
Yes.
Correct.
I don't want to get the mix up like a couple of years ago. And
Yeah, that was a big issue.
where's the line go, on this side of the road or that side of the road?
That could have changed the election.
Very close.
Anybody else?
20 votes.
Sure. Go on the ballot.
I sign everybody who goes on the ballot because anybody wants to throw their hat in this rat race, go ahead.
Yeah,
I look at it like
years.
Yeah.
You have people willing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just. Hey, Bill, did you see Adams, the paper about Adams Fire Department? While we're signing this,
No.
so they have a Massachusetts has a mandatory retirement age, 65.
Oh,
They're gonna lose 5 firemen this year. Imagine that. And they're active
Ooh.
firemen.
Ooh,
You know what we talk about?
we did not sustain losing 5 of our 16
Yeah, like that.
active firemen.
Yeah. No.
And we've got like 22 people on the list, and that includes me, and I really.
Yeah, you're not going into fires like you used to. Yeah. You know, and the thing is, you can't just say you lost 5 and you say, okay, I got 5 kids coming up the ladder. You got to train them.
Yep.
Nowadays, it takes almost 2 years to get them.
You got a year and a half.
Yeah.
Mr. Jewett, do you have anything else, or we can go on with our meeting and
Please go on.
we'll watch for you August.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
So,
Reading and approval of records and orders of March 19th.
motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hey, highway
Then like on the other stuff.
update?
So it's getting to that time of year, so I contacted the street sweeper and I put on their schedule. There's no actual date, just when they fit us in. So it usually takes about a day. We've been getting the equipment, summer equipment, the grader and the excavator ready to go. We had an oil leak on the excavator I wanted to take care of, so is pretty well apart at this point. Also been working on an alternative project for the East Road culvert structures grant we have with ANR.
Does it look like it's, they're gonna accept an alternative,
So
design?
the ANR gave me 4 different that meets the criteria of the state. And then once we pick one, I got to come up with a price. So I've got a hold of some contractors because it's a pretty big job.
Mm-hmm.
And get some estimates on it, and then ask AOT if it will still qualify for our grant. Keep them happy.
And on our street sweepers, I know they're going to do Brookside Drive this year. Are they going to sweep that first, or do you have them sweep it after?
Yeah,
right?
no, it'll get swept
When the regular
when they
one
come
comes
around the regular sweeping, and then more than likely again when they chip seal it, and then after the chip seal. So it probably will get swept 3 times this year.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, good luck. How many signatures do you need?
I'm gonna need, I think, 100,
Oh, that's not
and
bad.
that includes Powell too.
Oh, you
I'll get there.
Good luck.
go to recycling up here on Saturday.
Oh, really?
Recycling center is open Saturday. Soon it'll be open Wednesday and Saturday.
I'm off on Wednesdays. That sounds good.
All right. Okay. Sorry, Dave.
No, that's
Okay. Alternative plans, oil leak.
Maintenance, just getting everything. Grader's ready to go. I wanted to be out spreading some gravel over the stone that we put in some of the mud. We had minimal mud this year, but weather really isn't cooperating with that. So
Yep. Good.
we were out filling potholes a few times, but weather they really actually get new ones.
In preparation for blacktopping, what does the town have to do to the dirt section of Jefferson Road and the Shore
So
Hill and
I'll be talking more with the paving company, but we're gonna end up grading. They're gonna have to be graded, get ready, and I'm gonna look and see where some of the ditches are at, if I can get to them before we pave. I mean, for the most part, they're, within reason, but if there's something I feel needs to be done, I'll do it. The grading's a big thing this time of year, so once we're able to, and I guess historically, it's usually the second week in April we start grading, so that week or after. So by the time we meet again, we'll be out grading.
do you think it'll work out better or probably with a third man this year and running trucks or
I think a lot of the things that kind of get put aside will get done. I mean, the average person probably riding down the road's not going to notice much different. But
Right, but all little.
yeah, we might be able to paint the plows.
straighten up
James
garage
was
or
out washing
something.
the trucks the other day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Leave it in the rain.
Things like that tend to get pushed aside. I felt like I could take on the soil. Where I might have put it off again because it wasn't that bad, but something should be done.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
ditching, certainly running 2 trucks instead of 1, it'll be a little bit faster.
How did we survive this last rainstorm? It looked like Clarksburg had a lot of runoff from the roads, a lot of stones in the roads. And,
Less roads.
yeah. How about
I mean, everything seems okay. I mean, they're obviously not graded yet, so
Yeah.
you're going to have, trails done.
you can notice it more on your road, Jeb, that
He's made my ditches like 4 feet deep, so everything just kind
Stayed in-
of down the
stayed
side.
Kayaks down it.
good.
What are you trying to say, Clarksburg?
Not doing anything.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on highway?
That's something that, just a extra thing, we talk about Klondike Road. And someday we really need to talk about it because Clarksburg's West Road is getting to the point where it's just a matter of time that it's going to be gone. I mean, you've been up there, you look at it and it's just scary. you know, I hate to say it, but there's gonna be a time where we're gonna really have to address that. Say, we need to get.
It's flat out dangerous if you gotta try and take fire from it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, we're taking our town trucks up there, and you're right. It's a rough road, and it's, you know, I mean,
It's steep.
It's real steep.
But
yeah,
it's hard to keep control of the wheel.
yeah. I mean, hey, something to think about, guys. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
make that a little nicer up there. It doesn't have to be blacktop. You know, open it up so we're taking care of it.
Let's go on to recycling. Anything on recycling?
I've been trying to come up with prices from different haulers just because the service from Casella's, I'm kind of frustrated with it a lot of times,
Mhm.
just trying to get a hold of them to get things scheduled. Today I had 3 different people.
Is Demolinos big enough to?
They are.
They're expensive?
Unfortunately, the prices, I estimated it would cost, with their price, it would be another $9,000 a year.
They don't want to.
But
They don't even want to negotiate or anything.
can they
like that?
come into
their
Vermont and
prices.
haul it out of Vermont? Was there
It's just-
something about that?
They haul
Oh,
it
they
in
can.
to Casella's facility, so Casella.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
price, that's part of it, they can't control.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, and then they know what their cost is to haul it, so Casella's a
Sure.
huge business.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I use them down the shop, and I called them. They went up. I said, I'm gonna start looking for someone else. They said, oh, wait a minute. They, one of those things, and he came back with a lower price than last year. So we'll give you a better price. I guess you just got to complain.
The haul fee itself is quite a bit cheaper, and then the price per ton is cheaper. So
Yeah.
quite a bit. So
Do you think at some point it might be wise for the town? I know it's another expense, but maybe it's something the town should look at and getting a truck to do that ourselves.
I mean, I mentioned that I think in the fall, talking about budgets and buying the third person, having that person. It's only once a month for the compactor, and about 5 or 6 times a year.
Yeah.
I mean, the recycling, we don't own that container, so the other 2 we own, we could have whatever we want haul. And I mean, I know that we would end up saving money. It's not a pretty.
Yeah, you just have to put
Where
pen
would
to
they have-
paper.
Where would they have to haul it to?
Just Bennington.
Just Bennington?
Goes to Bennington. I mean,
Owned by Casella.
yeah. So you're gonna pay their.
Right.
So there's
You're
some. I want to say it's about $50 more a ton they charge Demolinos versus what they charge us for the price per ton. So you're not going to save that part of it. You're getting a savings by having to sell
Right.
about 50.
But labor, we're gonna
So
save.
labor wise, they charge us. I think it was $3.90 a haul or something, or $3.45, something like that a haul. Every time they haul one container.
Well, we should just write the numbers down.
Yeah.
See where we're at.
I'm sure it's only going to keep going up.
Yeah, I'm guessing with fuel, it's definitely up. They're gonna have to adjust their price at some point. You know, back down, but they might not go back
Not down as far.
We haven't bid it out in a while, but I don't know if there's a point in it. 'Cause I don't think that thing's gonna be Casella's. If it's about price, that Casella's
Mhm.
they own all the facilities where you bring it, so.
Yeah.
Unless you're hauling it yourself, that's the only way you're probably saving money. Right?
So we would have to buy a truck to haul
Yeah, you
these.
just buy a roll. You can find Marketplace or Craigslist or any of them places pretty cheap. Probably for $20,000, something. Keep it for the next 10, 15 years. You get your money out of it.
Right.
Just a roll off truck, so they're not really specialized for the most part.
No special
They're not gonna
insurance.
use it for anything else.
No,
Can't.
but it's just maintain it's not Sanders or
Right.
loader,
Keep it running.
yeah, changes, tires, but you're only gonna use it twice a month at the most.
Right.
So,
How long does it take to fill a box, a roll-off container?
so it's about once a month for the 40-yard compactor. I'd say it's 5-6 times a year.
Could you utilize like the older 1 ton and do, instead of doing it monthly, do it weekly trips to
That's not
Bennington?
big- It's not big enough. It weighs quite a bit, that 40-yarder, it's so long.
No, I'm saying use the dump truck. Just back the truck over, throw the stuff in the dump truck, and then like on a Monday, take a ride to Bennington. Instead of a monthly pickup, you'd be doing a weekly drive, and it'd be a
I mean,
numbers
I haven't
thing.
really thought about that. I haven't really thought about that, but Monday's the best day to do something else. I mean, I guess because you have to do it, like Wednesdays were open, so realistically you need to do it because you can't, it's garbage, so you have to get rid of it on Thursdays and Mondays, so you're really taking up 2 days in the summer. Partial days.
Yeah. An hour up, an hour back, fuel.
What about?
But I don't
When-
think
what
it
about
would not
the
fit in the 1 ton. Because if the 40 yards is a compactor, so you're,
Oh, it's compacted load?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I don't think we could have a truck realistically big enough out there on Saturday.
Yeah, and then if, if the bags
Yeah, I don't know how
break
much
and you're
use-
gonna have a mess
I don't know how
in there.
much use it gets.
Gotta cover it.
Once a month is, I mean, there's a lot of trash.
Mhm.
I couldn't say because I've never tried it, but I'll bet you.
Miss those incinerator days.
Just the dump.
Yeah, we need the
The
incinerator. I mean, they have those now. Electricity. Actually, I think Tom Holden talked about that years ago. Did one of
To
the
Westford.
workers, so, could be a grant at some point for something like that.
Right.
Take it. Greensboro's trash, Stamford's trash. You think about some of that stuff. Stuff just ends up getting burnt somewhere else or.
Right.
Nothing we're gonna solve tonight.
No, okay. Sit with recycling. Discussion mowing bids. It's getting that time of year. Do we want to put it out to bid? Do we have to put it out to bid? Did we get any bidders last year other than 1?
We have 2 last year.
No, we had 2 last year.
Send it out. We got 2 back.
3. We got 2 back.
2 back.
Now,
My thought is that the price is so minimal that it costs us what we're gonna save and send it out of bid, it costs us that much to send it out. I mean, the numbers are so fair, I guess. I wasn't gonna say low, but fair. I know that some people might look at it as, well, you better because of the conflict of interest, but on the other hand is John does a good job and he's reasonable and he's a Stamford resident. I personally would have no problem just saying, here it go, but it's up to the rest of the board.
yeah, I'd like to look at the bid again because along the fence line over there, from there down to the black fence, there's a lot of brush that's down and stuff that's growing into the fence. If that could be cleaned up, and I'm not even sure about that fence line over there. I haven't looked at that one, but could we put that into the bid also? Clean up and whoever gets
The
this.
more you put in, the more it costs.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
Dave, unless you guys want to come down one day, 3 of you one day, clean it all up. That's another thought too.
Is what it is. I'm not against it, but again, there'll be something that gets put off that
Does it make sense when you do the roadside mowing to come down and
we've done
to
that
hit it
before.
real quick,
We have done that before. I've gone down
Go right along the fence line
we
with,
have done that.
because there's like,
What's it, a 1 day thing or?
Just part of it.
Yes.
That fence over there might have like be totally encased in trees.
Well,
Yeah.
we talked,
Uh,
were you there when,
Like the fence.
when we did the little walk? Yeah.
Last year during the summertime, they had somebody go in there. It was a tree company, and they cleaned
Yeah.
for the wires, right? And they went through. They were like on the other side of the fence,
Yeah,
like
the
5,
power
10
company.
feet. They went
Yeah.
back and really whacked it good
They hired them out.
Where was that, John?
along that whole side of that
Oh,
fence line over there.
They had with cable they were replacing.
Yeah.
okay.
So are you talking about just a
Which
spring
is-
cleanup, or are you talking about mowing, weed whacking all summer, keeping it?
No, a spring cleanup when because they're gonna have to start now bringing the sod back where the plow plowed stuff up out on the lawn.
So
And
you did that last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I did the front lawn. I don't know if that's something Dave. He probably
Right.
What's that?
doesn't have time
Be a
for,
bit of
but
a chore to call them trees. out of
replacing the
fence,
sod and
I
like,
know.
as they're growing through it.
Yeah,
It's not an easy. I mean,
I
it's
know
not
it's
hard,
not-
but it's a pain in the butt.
it just looks.
it's hard off the top of my head. I
Sloppy.
think I was like 500 or I think I was $500 to do all the cleanup last year. That was the ditch,
Yep.
and then I think I was 200 a mow.
Yep.
I mean, it might go up a little bit because of gas.
Well, if we're gonna send it out to bid, I don't really want you to discuss
Don't
price.
say no. Don't
Yeah.
say anything. Here.
Because it's not fair to you, you know? Because then people will say, oh, geez, Sean's going up $50, I go up 45, you know, that I don't want to. But personally, if we're just gonna do the same as what we did last year,
Yeah.
and John's gonna go up, you know, minimal percentage, I wouldn't really worry about putting out the bid. The ditch here, that's excellent, right? If you can do it one day, you run down there, that.
I just want to be clear about this. When I say don't have time to do it, it's because if I'm not out this time of year, especially if I'm not out there, say grading road when I should be, $500 is nothing one rainstorm. You're gonna lose that 5 minutes,
Right.
on these roads.
Oh,
when
yeah.
they're properly shaped
Mhm.
up.
Yeah.
It's like take your pick. You have to prioritize. I'll do anything that the select board wants me to do. It's legal.
Well, why you gotta put that
Don't, it's illegal.
But
You never said that until I became a select.
it might cost you more than you realize because I was doing it.
Yeah,
Hidden cost.
right.
I got no problem with whoever's doing the lawn to clean it up, or whoever we're gonna charge.
Yeah, just
Do you want to put that in? I've
put it in
What
the
was
bid
in
and
here last year was remove debris from ditch along fence on northern line of property. We didn't say anything about cleaning up between the ditch and the fence or cleaning the fence out over there. I just thought it would look neater, but we don't want it neat. And there's other spots around the school that need cleaning too.
I don't understand that ditch anyways. I don't know if there's a pipe or a culvert. I don't know where
Used to be a
where it comes
There
out
used to
of.
be a culvert on the other side.
But
So I talked to the state guy down there, and he said they're supposed to be cleaning these out, and they're in the same boat.
They ain't cleaned up.
So, and then every other ditch that they had, they took the culverts out.
There used to be
So
there
now-
used to be a drain at the bottom of Mill Road. too.
Yeah.
And it comes over the other side.
So those are all supposed to be maintained. Right? These ditches, that one right by where the state guy lives, Russ, is all backed up.
Yeah, they're all
It
back.
needs to be cleaned
I
up.
mean, I got a
right?
culvert that drains, from the old general store across. It goes into the ditch, into a manhole on the house across the street, and it comes out in the culvert in
Yeah.
my yard. But the culvert is only
Right.
buried.
Well, I asked him, I said, do I need to get a permit to clean this out, dig it out?
luckily there's not like a
I
water
suggest
that comes
I said, it'll help me.
It just goes right to the
Where's
parking lot.
where is the culvert on that side of the road?
There used to be. I don't know if it's got taken away.
That's what
There was one
happens.
there. There was
Now-
one there when I was a kid.
It's still there.
Is it? Yeah,
Whose
some are gone,
property
some
is
are there.
Is it
The
on
one
the-
at the bottom of Mill Road,
The
but
state will only go at 25 feet from the center out. They're not gonna come down through.
No,
All the way to the river.
No.
I mean, they realistically, they should maintain their drainage, but they put it on the, But then you have to follow their rules.
Right.
So
Just like when they went in the river up there by Lincoln Road. They have no problem jumping in there.
I mean, there's only 8-inch culverts running over that underneath that road.
8-inch.
So what do we want to do with the lawn bid? Do we want to clean the fence on both sides of the property? Leave that out. Let Dave do it. put it in the bid.
I mean, we could, if we want to send it out to bid, you could.
Do it both ways.
Yeah, I would separate it. I would say what we had for bid last year and then separate this extra work, you know, and see what that costs. And then if that extra work costs $10,000, we'll have Dave do it.
Yeah.
So remove debris from ditch along fence on northern side of northern and southern line of property. Clean fence on both sides of the property. And it's just to the black fence, not on the schoolyard and down there. Put two sections. Now, do we want to revamp this or just give it to John and save our time and mailing? You made a bid
Yeah.
already.
I don't
You
have a
made a-
problem just giving it to John as long as the numbers are reasonable.
I don't know.
Would you give us a number back? And
I'll give you numbers, but I don't know what the rules are
There is no-
legal wise. If you're supposed to
That's all.
obtain some
that's
bids
all.
or
We don't
whatever,
have to.
but
we don't have to do bids.
Okay, fine.
You know,
You don't have to do bids, right, Dave? Under a certain amount?
You don't have to do it. Any-
at all.
I didn't think the
Right.
town had to do bids.
Have anybody want to do it. If the numbers are too high, the people will let you know.
It already
Yo,
happens in another.
I'm looking at-
department, so
$200. Think about that. Mow that lawn out there. I know for a fact that my brother-in-law's got a piece of land in North Adams. It's less than an acre. It's $200. I'm not trying to tell you to raise your price. I'm just saying this.
I
Well,
just try
don't
to.
listen to this.
These
I
are
just
fixed-
try to
these numbers
give
are
the
fair.
town a service at a reasonable cost
Right.
and try to keep the overhead low.
And that's what I mean. This is where you go back, Kurt, saying,
Yeah.
got a guy that lives in town,
Yeah.
cares about town.
Yep.
Put up.
You know,
So that's
Fine.
your motion?
all right.
What is the motion? You
We
wanna
have
them
two separate descriptions in here in the lawn mowing bid. And
Just to
Give it
so
to-
see how bad the
give it to
you know,
John.
think about it. Don't cut their throat on it.
No.
You know, but no, we'll look at that number going there versus having town do it. Because I agree with you with the town. You know, everything has everything has to get done, and then when you put things off, it costs more.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Lori, I'll talk to you about this and go from there. Jean,
Nancy, may I just interject something? If you're not gonna request bids, you might want to phrase it as requesting a quote.
Mhm.
Rather than.
Yeah, just a
Well,
quote.
I mean,
Yep,
you're putting down for bid. You're
Right.
not gonna put it
just a
down.
quote and see where we're at.
Yeah, request a quote.
okay. And everything else will be the same. I'll have Lori get that for you and email it to you, John.
Sure.
Anything else under discussion? Correspondence, sign uniform municipal excess weight permit, Barrett Trucking, and it looks like you've got a couple more.
Consolidated Communication, Camp Precast, and a new one, QXO Inc. Indiana.
Maybe we're doing better,
I got a question for you. Back to quick on the roads. You stop the logging trucks from going up and down there. Do you have a sign at the bottom? If someone wanted to get a delivered log truck up there, just deliver wood, can they do it or they have to wait?
Right now,
Yeah,
they could do it now.
they can do it. Okay.
The
I-
road's thawed out.
So
So I
if they
think
want to
it's-
get a truck, band.
Sure.
Okay.
like, I think I saw the log trucks go up today.
Yeah,
They
three
were
of them.
hauling
They
today.
called me today.
Okay.
Yeah.
They go. So, yeah.
My daughter asked me because they were going to get a load and they didn't want to go up.
No, the road's firmed up enough.
Okay.
Especially one load. If one of the log companies said they want to haul, all day for a week.
No, they're going to probably order from him.
I would say no.
Can I have a motion to sign the 4 municipal uniform excess weight permits?
Motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Right.
That was quick after the all in favor, but that was a fast thing.
Yeah. Old business. 911 numbering update. I finally got the list from Bob Briggs. There's 83 buildings that do not have their 911 numbers displayed. So I didn't hand them out to you guys yet, but do you want me to put names next to them, and you guys, if they're your friends or your relatives who want to say, hey, get that up before we send you a letter, or how do you want to do this?
How many structures are in town altogether? What percentage of that is? Yes.
600?
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay, 650, whatever.
How many residents in town are oblivious to what goes on here in this room?
83.
So how do we outreach to the people that?
It's been a long time, John, but several years back, we went through and told these people twice. We had a form letter we put together and differentiated between there was no number, or half of your number has fallen off, or your number is back 100 feet from the road, so it's got to be put out by the driveway.
Right.
And we got minimal response to it.
So
Done better this past 3 months or so.
Could we ask Paul Dupuis to post something on all forums?
Sure.
Hang something at Billmont's, and maybe forewarn people, like if it's.
letters are coming.
Well, I don't know if it's worth us wasting the postage on a letter, but isn't there a fine that's involved?
There isn't a lot, but there is.
But there is. It's not even worth the paperwork. And what do we? Is that the ticket one?
So it's like a $15 donation to the fire department, right? And you get a sign.
And they just put it up.
You don't have to go through the fire department, but it's
$16.
$16. You spend
We'll do one.
Yeah.
You can do your own as long as you meet letter size and reflective background.
But
Is there any
it's kind of
way-
a double debt, giving a donation to the fire department.
Is there any way we could just do the sign, have the fire department do it, and then implement it into, say, their taxes to get the money back?
No,
No?
we tried it with something else, or
One point we talked about doing
Dogs
6x6 posts, engraving them, going out and planting them at the end of the driveway and say,
Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
somebody or we put it before the
That
town and uniformly did it for every house.
So there's some residences in towns that their mailbox isn't even at their house, right? So like the bottom of county or mill,
Right.
There's like a stretch of mailboxes. So it's
No, it says either on your house visible or at the front of your driveway.
there's
You
a
have a little bit of difficulty of putting it at the end of the driveway so that it doesn't get hit by a snowplow. But it's kind of clear, and there are some people that they don't give a damn.
Just not
Yeah.
gonna
And you
do it.
try to sell the idea, whether it's you or some relative from a fire, more likely a medical problem in the middle of a storm. Do you want us to find you or not?
I'll put names with these.
86.
83. I'll put
Is it-
names with them. Email them to you guys. See if there's anybody on there that you want to talk to.
Send me mine. I already know.
Is it worth
Do you have
going
yours?
and
What's yours?
knocking on a door and saying we're here on behalf of the
180.
Sign.
fire department / 911 whatever, and
No. Main road.
if you're not capable of doing it, we'll do it ourselves, and all we ask for is a
What new building?
$20 donation
Yeah.
for the fire
Oh.
department.
Oh.
And you'd have like a volunteer, me,
Must be they missed you.
Dave,
Must be you bought it.
go around with a 6-pack of beer
Well,
and hang some 911 signs.
Friday night. Thanks. But I got
Yeah.
You decide where it's going.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't
And I
start
don't know
drilling
whether
in
Bob
our
Briggs
house.
will,
That's
if
it.
people will get involved with it or not.
Because the next thing is the dog list. That's another issue.
Well,
We could,
We can't even get them to register dogs, and here we are trying to get them to put signs up.
well, that's all we can do is say, put the sign up. I like how Bill said, because the fire department can't find you, the ambulance can't find you, and
Yep.
there you go till they find you in the spring.
Don't kill us for not coming, but we can't find you.
well, that's the
Mhm.
It's an
thing.
emergency.
We've done
You
due
know,
diligence here.
It's
Yeah.
years since I've been out driving on a call, but I've had it happen, and we've had people come back in the last year or so, drive right past the house. It was a burn inside the house. There was nothing obvious on the outside. Nobody bothered to come out and try and wave us down.
I deal with it with delivering firewood half the time.
Yeah.
I can't. Where is this place?
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and you can't go by the GPS because it takes me to the wrong house.
Yep.
half the
Going up
time.
a snowmobile trail.
So it's difficult if people don't want to cooperate.
Okay. Well,
My favorite is the writing it in cursive and then putting it underneath the front porch light where the light shades, so it's just basically black and
Can't see it,
you
yeah.
can't see it at all.
And if we go about putting them up ourselves, then we're gonna be no
No,
collection.
no.
Well, I know I'm not. I know I'm
Hard
on there.
to
I
get,
have
right?
the sign.
Right.
I just
Like,
I had
What's your
keep,
number?
keep forgetting about it.
what's your number?
No, I think
495,
it's really falls on them
Oh, you
now.
must have missed
So,
you.
We've
just like you
warned
said,
everybody.
if you don't care,
What's
we've done our
5125?
due diligence to say, come on, guys.
Is that the one across
you-
the street?
And then if there is a
Down
problem,
Roswell Place?
you know, we've done our best. We can't feel bad.
I mean, this has been on the agenda for, I don't know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
last
he's
8
got-
meetings or
He's
something.
got the list for us, so now we're going through and
I have the sign. It's under the front seat of my truck. It's been sitting here since I got it.
Yeah, I got.
Can't find you
down there,
guys.
I got that sign,
we'll
but
wait
You
till
can't
you-
miss the house. It's the one with all the wood out front.
I tore the mailbox down.
Sign.
That's where I was going to put it. So I got to do both.
I'll do names, send them to you, and we'll discuss it next meeting on what we're going to do.
Get them all up and then the state will change all the numbers.
Better not. Ooh.
Maybe Lori can go up.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I was gonna say, you guys have money in your budget, that if you dwindle it down with people you know,
Oh yeah.
it won't be that hard.
Right.
post something.
Yep.
Let's give it a little
at
time.
the store.
Get the names.
Have
Yep.
Paul put something on Sanford Informs. Maybe.
Yeah, because we did that.
Is there a
before.
bulletin board at the dump you can hang stuff or no?
Yep.
Yeah, we had
You know,
one.
they made up signs.
I was gonna say I've seen them
for
around.
houses. And, you know, the fire department makes 50 cents on the $16. If you made up all 80 signs, and you went out with T-posts and put them there, somebody come back and do better.
Well, then
Yeah, I know.
I-
It'll make unhappy.
it'll make unhappy people, and
Yeah, you
then
got
mine
other
fell
side
down
issues
one
to deal with.
next
You're like,
the
what
next
are you
day,
driving
and
in my
how
yard?
come they didn't come find that?
I mean, I've always
know.
been in the, you know, like I said before, I feel bad for the first responders that have to go to
Yeah.
those things, but if they don't want to sign, they don't want to sign. Whatever.
Well, I think we got to avoid being in the babysitting.
I mean, it's not.
These people are, you know, this whole
Yeah.
way of life now is, you know,
Well, we
it's
could
to the point where we're just babysitting.
put the list right up recycling center without the names, and people could look at it and go, "Oh, that's mine. I better put my sign up." And well, they won't know that they need 4-inch letters.
Maybe
Well,
you can have a little
You just say,
pocket with
contact the town for
with the fire
the
department
description
sheet
of
in
what you
there.
need to do.
Yeah.
Doesn't Bill have a sheet that says this is what they'll have to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lori's got
We
it.
could always put it underneath it.
That's
Yeah,
what he was
You
saying.
can pick if you want it to go horizontally or vertically, one side or two-sided, right?
Lori's got blank
Yeah.
forms
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, like I said, how many
See, Lori,
people don't
We've got some made up display signs.
have absolutely no idea
Here we
that
still have-
this is even going on, and we've talked about it half a dozen times.
And we got more exposure than we ever had.
Exactly.
It's being filmed and all, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna do it, not gonna do it.
Put it on the front door.
Live free or die.
Do you know how many people visit your site? Can you tell?
Yeah,
How many?
you'd be
Oh,
surprised.
it just
You'd
goes by
yeah.
views.
be
Well, how
surprised
many-
at some of the numbers. I've seen well over 100.
Yeah,
Really?
I had one that was like just under 1,000 because it was just one of those hot topic.
Yeah,
situations.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
But On a normal day, it's probably about 50 to 60.
Really?
Way more than the 3 that are here.
Good.
You
Okay.
put it on the signboard outside. You have your house number yet?
No, we don't use that sign. We don't use that. We don't use the signboard.
What board?
The one, the phone box out there?
On the phone company
No.
box.
Well, we can't use it.
No, we just don't use it.
School puts
Well,
messages on it.
Could
Because if we
well,
put that up and that,
I wasn't gonna bring
we
school
don't
up.
want, no, I'm not saying that word,
You know
so.
those little temporary fold-out signs that the school uses?
Stop saying sign.
Could we implement one of them for a day or two and put it right out there next to the town
What's
sign?
the
And
town sign?
Do whatever
Got
we
your
gotta do,
911
we'll probably
sign
get it
yet?
down to
Sure you're-
74 people.
Siegel already at the town office.
Whittle it down to 74.
Okay.
62.
You want to go to town meeting, bring a picture of your number.
We'll never get it to 0.
Okay. Moving on, old, new business, or any other old business.
The moral business. Yeah,
Okay.
I talked to Rodney Holland. I guess he's
Yep.
head of the maintenance for the school.
Yep.
Nothing new to report, really. He said he pressure tested the well. There is no report because he did it by himself. He thinks it's runoff from the school roof in the parking lot. And he suggested some kind of drain to go over to the ditch. So it's nothing new. I told him I didn't really believe it was a runoff that didn't freeze. And he said he thought it didn't freeze because of the salt content, which is strange. So
Yeah, well, we had probably 20 ball wind.
yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I've seen a lot of salt content and things freeze on it. So we basically left it at he would come down and look around with us if we wanted to. That's what we feel like we want to do.
I think right now, okay, right? I mean,
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to find one that's not doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, now, see, the frost heat is kind of gone too.
So it drains out. Water drains out.
Do you think it's the well?
I think there's a vein of water there from something. It's definitely underground. It's coming up. It's not.
You don't think it's runoff from the well?
Absolutely not, because it's dry. It's dry. That bubble is dry.
I mean, the roof has been the same it's been for a long time. So.
And
Right.
we've had plenty of winters before this one, and the
Yeah.
bubble would dry up. So,
Yeah.
you know, well, especially when it was that cold and windy.
and
it
we
would dry
had
up.
it not only dry up, it freeze over.
Yeah.
And this year, it's
So,
never.
I don't know.
Water seems to find its own way.
We had this leak here.
Yeah, I mentioned
in
the
the office.
leak in the office.
And so I had shot a laser to see about putting in, in the ground, and it's really not feasible. You have to dig a ditch all the way down to
Right through the blacktop.
river. And, we'd be digging up the blacktop, which is still in good shape.
Mhm.
You gotta go down so it doesn't freeze or putting it in the ground if you're not gonna put it deep enough for it not to freeze. So you're looking at going all the way down to the brook. You're going at least, out of the parking lot with pipe, and then you gotta have an open ditch, which the kids are probably, there would be some issue with that. So you really need to run the pipe all the way down there, and then you're probably gonna get sediment. And so then you're gonna be here with a vac truck or somebody, from the fire department, trying to flush it. It's just. You think you're fixing a problem and you create two more.
So do we
You
want?
walk around the pub. I don't know what to say. It's kind of, if you can't find what the source is, then I don't know.
Yeah. Fixing something by changing parts, not the way to do it.
Yeah.
Diagnose it first. Yeah.
Right.
So what do we want to do? We want to have him come down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Have them come down and say hi.
I'll see if we can schedule it. Should I have him come to a meeting or just come down and meet us?
I think just come down and meet. And what are you gonna do?
I don't know. He said he'd be more than happy to come down and take a look around with us, and I
Well,
guess he's going to
have to
point
do
out
it,
options or whatever.
I mean, he's gonna have to do it before it gets dark.
Yeah.
He wants to come before a meeting on Thursday
Okay.
night. It's 5
I'll see.
o'clock or 5:30.
I'll see what.
Let us know. We can meet with him and then come into the meeting.
It seems to me like we I'm not taking shots here, but, we hire somebody to maintain the school. Every time we hire them, they say what they're going to do or not going to do. Snow removal stuff. Nobody thinks it's a big deal, but I'm the one down here 5 in the morning shoveling now because nobody would do it. So I stepped up and did it.
Yeah, but
Nobody
this new
told me to do
janitor
it. They
quit
needed to get
also.
done.
What?
The new janitor quit. Jim?
Already?
So what do we got? Principal and janitor, who's ahead?
We need to come up with somebody that does the job that we need them to do.
Well, they've hired a cleaning company, so that cleaning company, I don't imagine.
Who's gonna be doing snow?
It's gonna be on a temporary basis, and then this summer when they have time, they're gonna bid it out.
Okay,
And
Jim,
they have someone in mind already.
As a janitor or a cleaning company?
or custodian, or,
Custodian from Greensboro is now out of the
Oh,
job.
yep.
so
Oh.
he would like to come here.
They-
They have to do a whole process.
If the select board could put in their 2 cents in this, I mean, you gotta be down here 5 in the morning shoveling your snow blowing is law.
Mhm.
And that's part of that job. It's always been part of it. If you can't do it, you can't do the job. It's like,
Pretty much.
I'll just say, well, you know what? I don't want to plow snow. Or
Yeah, these are the things that I wanna do on the highway.
Right.
Here's my list.
There's also,
They can put it, why can't
you
they
said
put it
that
up
the
there?
school has a budget for that,
Yeah.
for snow removal.
Yeah, they have a separate line item for snow removal.
Yeah, they just hire themselves.
But they've, since Rich, they've just let, because they can't get anybody. Probably because they're not paying enough.
Yeah, I'm sure.
To
What's the pay to
want
the
to come up here and do that? They don't. There's always an excuse. I can't get here at that time, or one of the last janitors I would call him. Even I was holding his hand and telling him, "Hey, you got to do this because you Mark Adams." Without coming up here, he doesn't know, and he still would come up. Wow, I can't get there.
Well, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I guess when it comes to the school, we need to start talking
gotta
to
do
them
something.
again.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the only item that's in my brain for the school. We need to sit down with the school board, not the administration.
Mm-hmm.
The school board, who's our representative for the town to the school, and talk to them and say, these are the things that we got to start negotiating and say, look, this is the way it used to be. We want at least that much out of you. You have the budget. We have to have it done. We pay for the highway guys to come down here and do the snow. We're only asking you to do a little bit here and there. That's it. If you can't do that, then hire someone to plow the snow too, because we can back off on that.
Do
It's
they-
getting to the point where there's starting to be tension all the time between the two bodies. Or actually, there's 3 bodies now. Okay,
Yeah.
3 bodies that are there's tension now.
While we're talking about tension, can I ask what happened with the library? I was out of town Tuesday and Thursday.
There's been emails back and forth.
Tuesday, the library was open to the public.
Was it today?
Today, Danielle went there at noontime, and it said there was a sign on the door, "Do not disturb." She took a picture of it, and I don't know what happened.
See, so we said no.
They said
They
no.
said, I don't care.
Yeah.
They
There's gonna
did what
come
they
a point
wanted.
in time.
We got it.
The town and the school are gonna have to
Figure it out.
part ways.
Well, because the school and this is not the school board at all. This is the state and the supervisory union. The union has the state behind them. Per law, they have the state behind them, and that's what's going to hurt us because you can push, and then they have the law.
Yep.
And if we end up, I hate to say this, but if we end up going to a court system for this, they have the money.
Mhm.
It's our money, but they have it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna beat you, and it's sad. I hate to say that right now because I've been seeing this school back and forth. Who owns this? Who owns that? It's all about who has control. That's where we're at.
I don't know
Well, I
where
mean, it
the
was
future
brought
for
up, it was 2019 and 2020 was brought up
Sure.
instantly.
Right.
Email right after the meeting, so
Right.
Yeah.
it's fresh.
So
Know what they're doing.
personally, there's an agenda behind all of this.
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
it wouldn't have been that
It's
forefront
an
in your
opinion,
mind to bring up
There's an
the past.
agenda. And that agenda, and again, this is an opinion, that agenda is that they want control of all.
Yeah, it's a planned agenda and they
They
just,
don't control the money.
it's a,
Correct.
it's a
I-
planned
and that's-
agenda.
That's our,
If it has to wait until next March,
yep, that's our ace in the hole, I guess, yeah.
that may have to be it.
I mean, it's a planned agenda and the first shot was fired.
But it means we're
Sure
gonna
was.
demand their budget early enough to be able to look at it for a week or two before town meeting and to really go over it.
Hmm.
I mean, I got an answer from, about the library money that's scheduled for 27. And they put a big order for books before it's gonna fall into that year budget. But it reads like they've got a librarian that suddenly is making
17,000.
Hmm?
17,000?
Yeah, but it's not the librarian from what I heard. It's an expense into the library that got clumped in there.
It shouldn't be under librarian salary then.
Shouldn't be.
To buy books. That's what they're doing.
I know at one point we were looking at purchasing the church for.
Yeah.
There's another property that's not too far from the school now. I don't know if it makes sense to possibly think about purchasing that and maybe converting it into a town office / library or
Where's this?
the Eunice residence, the Jim Rice residence, right down the road there.
You know, there's been mention of a few properties, even if something's not for sale.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to ask if they were willing to sell. There's also, and you're right, John, we need to start looking at it now, be proactive, because what's going to happen in a year, it's going to, I believe.
Yeah, it seems like it's getting worse,
It's
right?
they're just going to slam it down.
Oh, it's coming.
There was a threat on these emails, as far as I'm concerned, that they said, well, look what happened to Reedsboro. And I'm not quoting it, it's a paraphrasing, but look what happened to Reedsboro. They said that to our librarian trustees. No, you can't do this. Look what happened to Reedsboro. Almost like you keep pushing us, we're going to shut the library down during school time. And school time is a very funny definition. I have after school programs at 5:00. That's school time. Saturday I have a program. That's school time. But when are you going to have it open for the public? The one thing that I did, and I don't want to step on the trustees' toes, but one of the trustees said, without the town money, the town side, they couldn't even afford to run it.
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
Well, we put in something like 30,000,
Yeah, we pay like
35,000.
It's like
And
2/3.
they put in 12.
so you're
Right, so
2/3. Yeah.
The town pays to
And
maintain
in
the
fact,
property.
they budget 11,000 for the last 3 years. They've only spent 2,500. So that 2,500 went for the salary of somebody. I asked Julie, and she says for the past year they have had somebody, work in the library 1 day a week. So they've actually spent the money,
So
but it
just
doesn't look like it.
just because I'm new at this and everything, but it seems like it's the constant question of who owns the school / kind of thing. And it seems like it's always, we keep going back and forth on, is it a school situation or is it a town?
So
So do we have to actually sit down and say, this is what it is?
I can verify 100% that the property that we're sitting on is owned by the town of Stamford residents. I can verify that. We can look up the deeds. We went through it back in 2000, whatever it was.
And the attorney
So
said that.
we can prove that. The problem is there's a state law, and I can't quote that number. That state law does state during school hours, the control of the operations of the property of the school. And it says school is under jurisdiction of the educational department. Now, when they call it the school, where do we define that? Is this the school? It's attached to the building. Is this the school? Because they're saying that the library, which is a separate entity, different than the select board or the town office and the school. It's a separate entity. They have their own budget.
Their own trustees.
But they're saying that part of the school and we're in charge. Well, if you're in charge of it, then pay the librarian. Right?
Yeah.
Pay,
So payday.
Fund
pay
the
that.
whole library.
So this isn't we need space to do this. This is more about, I want control over it.
Talking about 3 kids.
we went over to space at the meeting, and yeah, it was 3 kids. They had,
Well, they didn't
I
say
have-
3. We said
Yeah.
probably not more than 6. We
Yeah.
don't know how many.
but I do. They have 81 hours that they can test per week, and they chose to pick those hours that the library happens to be open. And every educator that was here in the room said it's very unlikely that they would test in the afternoon because kids don't score well in the afternoon. So something's up.
It's a test. This has got nothing to do with the test for the kids or the library or
So
anything.
this goes back
See.
to more things too. Now that I just pulled this out, the library had problems back in I think it was December. The superintendent, not the school board. We got to remember this. The superintendent's making these calls, not the school board. The school board should be. They're our representative. They're the ones that should be making these calls, and they're not. They weren't even involved in the emails back and forth. And we weren't involved in the emails until the library decided to bring us in. But they had problems. One day they just said, we're changing the locks. They said, well, for the door to go into the school so they could use the bathroom. Because this place is closed on a Saturday. Changing the locks. Well, can we have a lock? No.
A key.
Or a key, I mean. No. So they pressed it and they finally got a key. But they also threatened, and I don't care if they hear me, they threatened again saying, if that door is left unlocked, just one time we're taking the key away. Like our librarians are little kids. Well, how do you know it was left open by them? Since you have a key too, right? If the school has a key and our librarian has a key, who left the door unlocked? And I'm not sure. I've never been over it, believe it or not, because I don't know how to read. But it's is that the only emergency exit, or is there? You know what I mean? Is that
There's
you
only
need
two
at
exits.
least-
The
One
second
way in, one
exit.
way out.
It's the second door.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
the room.
So it's a violation of
We want when they
state law.
That was a class. That was a regular class.
Right, so you have to be able to get out. So you can't. That's a two-way lock. You can't get out. It's locked. That's wrong.
At some time we wanted to try and they get a proposal to put a second door at the
Yeah.
front corner,
You know,
faded somewhere.
when there's maintenance to be done in the library, the librarians, the library trustees, they pay for it out of their budget. School doesn't. You can't have it, both ways here. So your question is, who owns it? We do. The town of Stamford owns it, not the select board. The town of Stamford, okay? The residents, the taxpayers. This guy, and I don't care. I mean, I'm going to say it right in public. This guy comes down and he's pushing them around, and he does have the law. I get it. The law says it, but we have to say, we don't have to be bullies and say, well, we're going to push back. But why can't you just say,
Ask.
hey, is it okay? You knew you were going to test months ago. Why didn't you say, hey, is there a way we can do it so we can advertise to the people that the library would be open during a different time? Instead, he does shut it down. He didn't ask. He told him to. We paid our budget. We paid for that to be open,
So,
right?
right. So then,
Pass it on
with
to
that being
everybody.
said, because it's attached to the school, therefore the school controls the library.
That's, yes.
So if it wasn't attached, they would have no say.
I don't know, because I won't use names.
It becomes an
'Cause,
issue.
no, I'm saying if
Doing
we
safety.
decided to take that door out that separates, that goes into the school, and put one on the other side, so now it's technically not part of the school because you can't get to it.
But they
unless you
use
go
it
around.
too.
But see, that's the
But he
thing.
said
I
block
think
it
it's
off.
probably gonna be.
Oh, it
if it's-
doesn't matter.
it's
So
bad,
there was a resident during the
Needs to be
meeting
bad.
that said, she remembers back in the COVID days, she asked, what does this, she pressed them and said, what does a school engulf? And they said, from the road to the river, and from that fence to that fence.
Yeah, it's because it's not a
Not
detached
just the building, it's the, that's what they said. I disagree, but
Be interesting to
Nevertheless.
bring to town meeting or to do research before town meeting, see if we can define what part of the building belongs to the schools. Whether we can exclude the office and the library from the whole building that they get for the school.
yeah, I mean,
How do we ever do that without hiring an attorney? We already
Because
we
already
did.
hired him once. and-
you remember that? Their attorney disagreed with our attorney. I'm
we
just
had
saying,
it.
the state law.
Sure.
We had it.
Here's the thing: if you go down in the very recent history, the principal has taken a classroom, made her office. Not this principal, but another principal, and now this principal. So they've taken that. The multi-purpose room, that's what it says on our deed. It's a multi-purpose room. Is locked down. You have to ask for permission to use it. Even our select board has to ask permission. We are, in order to use that every Thursday night, we have permission. We have to ask them at the beginning of the year. They're taking little and little away. In the name of safety, that's what they always say. It's in the name of safety, which you all know my feelings on that. I truly believe we should, right away, say we have to have a meeting with the school board. Even when you go to the school meetings now, I don't know if anybody's been there in a while, but the chairman of the school board doesn't run it anymore. It's like Nancy having the state come down, a representative runs our meetings instead of Nancy. That's BS.
so the technical, if the school owns in a circle,
Everything.
they
Has
technically
control.
then would control this too as well.
I believe so.
Pro,
I
This
believe
will
that
be
could
our,
be
our
an issue.
town,
Yep.
town clerk office.
So
I think more than
I
likely
think
they're
so.
gonna consider the whole thing to school because it's all attached.
yeah.
according to another person who was here from Reedsboro, the school, wasn't the library had to lease to the school or from the school. So the library leases the property from the school. That might be where we're headed now. They're going to say, well, you want to keep your offices here.
Right.
This is what it costs. Your taxpayers pay everything anyways, but this is what it costs. And then once you do that, now you are bound by their rules. So you're going to have to do this. You're only going to be able to open so many times. Are you going to be able to have a hunter come in with a deer, check a deer in, and have his gun in his truck?
Oh, I've been seeing.
Where
that
does this
for
go,
Many
guys?
years that, a dead deer
You
in
know.
the back of your truck? Oh my
Just
God.
a quick aside,
They're gonna-
Joan called me
You're
because
gonna,
if nobody else gets weather notices, the alert weather notices, they just posted from 7 o'clock tonight to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning for freezing rain.
mhm.
We're Stamford.
Yeah, for that's you.
Put a face value on the town's
Trash removal?
for what it's
Mowing?
valued at, and have the school buy you out and then relocate. Find somewhere else to go.
One of the things that Stanford's always priding themselves on, all small towns do, is come move to our town because we have a great school.
Yeah.
Can anybody honestly say that it's equal to when Kurt went to school? Is this
Sure.
school equal to that?
No.
No, you had teachers that were dedicated for a long time. You had a principal that was dedicated
Yeah.
for a long time. They
So-
were homegrown. They were homegrown.
Not to put these people down, but this town's mission statement has changed. It's different.
Sure.
We hear, oh, we'd rather have, trophy homes in this town.
Mhm.
People that come where they don't have children.
Yeah.
Which sounds good on paper with taxes, but who runs your town?
Yeah.
Who joins the volunteer fire department or runs your town government?
Well, it's
Yeah,
how,
so-
how are we going to figure out what the tax base is, right? If there's no school, hypothetically,
Right.
then the whole dynamic of your town changes.
Oh, yeah.
You no longer have middle,
Yeah, you don't know what
middle
the
of the
future
age
holds
people
for the
with
school.
young kids
Here
going
it
to
is.
school,
Might be
right?
closing on Greensboro.
It has to be something completely different. So then where do you get your tax revenue from?
Right. And remember, if you have a child, school or no school, town's responsible to educate them.
Sure. Yeah. And high school is our killer, but those are the questions, because if you're not a
What's it cost us
small
to send a
town
kid
with
to
a rural
McCann?
school, then you're something completely different.
It'll be interesting to see what Reedsboro's budget turns out to be by the end of this year and what they're proposing
Right.
next year.
So I'm
I
sure
thought it
we're
was
going to get some more
I don't
kids
think they
too,
were
right?
saving a lot.
They
I
can't
don't
because
think they were.
it's like I just said. What's it cost to send our kids to the high school? But now they got to do that with grammar school.
Depends on
For
what
400,000.
the superintendent sets as a tuition rate in Stamford that they charge Reedsboro.
Correct.
Melissa?
Actually, work right now, I'm working on the town plan survey, and a lot of those questions are kind of coming up in here, but maybe you want to keep on copy, but we ask them survey. Because it does have some general questions about consolidating schools and whatnot. but maybe
That's the one that you're gonna send
the
out.
town plan first survey.
Okay.
I'm wondering what questions. From that.
Who owns the building?
You know,
Put that
we
in the
could-
survey.
I hate to say this, and I don't like spending wasteful money, but this could cost money to get us nowhere.
Right.
And I hate to say it, I hate to put it all out there, but it is what it is. And the people that watch this video are gonna go, well, how is this happening? Well, it is. And just like you said, we should be bringing it to town meeting. We should be bringing it up now. Get it out, because if we do, like John said, if we do have to purchase a piece of property, let's get it out now before we're forced to purchase a piece of property.
It just makes more sense. It's kind of pathetic that we don't own any property as a town.
Well, we own this, but
Unless, yeah. But,
not during school operating hours.
And that's what I look at this piece of property. It's one beautiful piece of property. Okay. And I think that the field that we have back there is unutilized. I mean, the kids don't go out there and use it like they used to. There's no Stamford sports teams anymore. None of that. So when I was a kid, we came up here and played football out there. We had a team.
Yeah.
So I remember this stuff. We played basketball here. It was a basketball team. And I know it's different, but I don't really want to let this property go to a supervisor union that could close your school tomorrow, and they own your property now.
Right.
It's one of the things I fought for when we were talking about Clarksburg. If you looked at it, we would have had to join the Northern Berkshire School District. Now that they own the assets.
See,
Be
that's
careful.
That's what happened before.
all the
They
ships.
joined the
Oh, it ships.
Halifax and the other union.
They don't
Reedsboro
own it.
doesn't own
So-
the school.
So
You mentioned
where are their town halls?
them leasing us the
Yeah.
property here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them leasing us the property for use of the office potentially. Could we potentially lease the school to
Well, I'd love
and
to.
turn, you
I'd
know?
love to. I'd like to say that we're in charge.
And then you
Here's
can
what we do.
define just what it is you lease to them.
Right. I would love to look at something like that. I don't know if we can, but I'd love to do that. I'd like to say,
But
okay,
that way you would maintain your controlling interest in the building and
you have hours and everything. We're going to lease the multi-purpose room will be
Even
leased
if-
for you to use it during school
even
hours.
if it
up
was
to
like
3
for
o'clock.
Sounds like a
$5,
lot of lawyers.
it's still then it
It's
puts you in
exactly-
Ken did say in one of his letters we should have a memorandum of understanding
Yes.
between the library and the town.
What do
I
you
think
think
we
that's going to say? Everything he wants it to say.
Well, I'm hoping it's a back and forth negotiation there, so we
So-
start somewhere.
So this man, we just told him this is a very simple experiment. We said, no, we're not going to close the library, and he did anyways. See that negotiation? How
So are we
to
gonna-
me, that was a failure of negotiation.
But in his emails, he keeps saying, invite me down. I would love to come talk to you guys.
Okay.
So, but the statement of that is if he came down and we talked, we're still going to end up in the same place. correct?
I would
If
hope
he
not,
doesn't
but
budge, how can we change
it
it?
would be nice.
Unless we have concrete things that say we can do this and we can, these rules can apply. You read that law, and I can't remember, I'm not sure what the law was, but I'll look it up, I'll find it. That law is very, to me, is a vague law because it talks about property and it talks about school, in session. What is in session versus an after school program? When we used to have basketball games, parents walked in, uncles walked in, you never knew who was there.
School in session if they go skiing to 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Trip.
And then you come back here with the bus. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a very vague thing. And yes, in the name of safety, they use the kids as pawns. And it's all about money.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They use the kids as pawns. Well, don't you care about your kids?
What if there's a school dance on a Friday night and
Yeah,
it's
there
really
you go.
9 o'clock? And
Yeah, there's all kinds of things.
As far as I'm
Let's,
concerned, safety is.
Not without.
So-
right.
No.
Let's,
I'm sorry.
one
do you
other
want to
thing-
set up something
I'm not
with
sorry,
the school board?
Yes.
You want to set up something with the
Yeah.
school
Yeah,
board?
yeah. I think we should ask them right away. Let's have a joint meeting with the school board to discuss this. The school board, not the supervisory union. We want to talk to the school board.
I think as soon as you
Yes,
accept money from the state, it
together.
becomes all.
Sure. Let's
Please
invite
set
them
that
too.
up.
I was going to say the
That'd be
trustees
great.
too.
Yeah, because matter of fact, that the more people there, the less he's going to want to push back.
You're gonna set that up? You're setting that up, the meeting?
Well, no, if you want, because you
I don't-
work
I'm-
with, you work with the school, so.
I don't really want to.
Pick a date.
Let her do it.
Pick a date and do it. No, go right ahead,
All
Kurt.
right,
Yeah.
so who's gonna get a whole library?
Well, pick a date with school and just let the library know. Who's in charge of the library?
Can't we just send
Linda?
Yeah, I'm
Linda
gonna
Rodman.
send an email through our email.
Yeah,
So
let's
Yeah.
just
who should I send it to?
push them on. to the
Linda
library.
Rodman and Cindy Lamore.
One other thing, if we're done with that.
Yeah.
We were talking about taxation.
Yeah.
And ways to make money in town. This has also been a hot topic lately. So the state changed the law on the charter. You no longer have to rewrite your charter to do a 1% sales tax. You just have to have a town vote.
Really?
Yes.
What's the
So then the
new
1%.
law?
Option tax.
Yeah, it's a new 1% option tax. So they changed it. I don't know when. Must have been fairly recently. So that's
What's the 1% of what?
so of the sales tax.
Okay.
Whatever the business might sell, the tax goes to the person buying it, the consumer. The merchant would pay all that to the state.
What if it's
With the regular sales tax, they pay it to the state, and then you get 1% comes back to the town, but only 3/4 of that comes back to it's like liquid cash, like you can spend that on whatever you need, and the other quarter goes into a pilot fund, which I'm not exactly sure how that works, but if we had state properties here, it relieves the burden on that state property. If it would work for Green Mountain National Forest, that would be great. I don't think it does.
Because they're not
Because
state.
all we have is the two
Right.
buildings up there with
Right, so
fallen in.
any state property that doesn't
Yeah.
pay property tax, you
Yeah.
will get some kind of percentage.
What about
Yeah, 'cause they do
like a
pay a
manufacturer though? Then how would you get tax off of that?
I'm
think
not
it's-
sure you got the sales
I
tax.
think it's sales.
It's like,
So
road tax, sales
But like
tax.
my company, my machine shop, if I moved it up to my property over there, I don't have a sales tax.
So I'm not sure that.
Because you're not
you have
selling to
do
the
that.
public.
I don't sell to the final. I'm not the final guy. I
Right.
sell to a company that uses the parts.
There'd be places that, so.
So I don't know if you can tax something like
Yeah,
that.
there's not a lot of.
Can you
places
find
in
the
town
statute and
that
send
place
it to
sales
us?
tax.
Well, I'm just saying, like if you look at anything, they got a ton of manufacturers up there. They must pay some.
Isn't it
Yeah.
tax though?
Yeah, like a
Well,
business
they did
tax.
The state decided to do this because they realized that towns needed.
Sure. Well, I would have no problem. I pay a ton of taxes on North End. If I moved up here, I'd have no problem paying.
There's
taxes.
not many
So I found
towns
that
that are
just
chartered.
Department of Taxes.
There's not many towns that are chartered.
You just have to rewrite your charter so it.
Well, we don't even have one.
We don't have a charter?
No, we've
So-
got the,
Did you just rewrite it? But we don't have to do that anymore. You just have to have a town vote.
yeah. Can you
Doesn't matter
find-
if you're chartered.
Right, good. So you find that statute? That'd be good to have.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
found it on the Departments of Taxes website.
I
I was
thought they were
looking
still
at some.
fighting on that, correct?
What's that?
I thought they were still fighting on that.
Sure.
Like, it showed a whole list of towns that were doing it, so I think it's,
Because there's only probably, I don't think there's that many towns that have their own charter, like Bennington has and Burlington, the big towns. Yeah, because, we were thinking, now how about Airbnbs? How,
yes, you charge for room.
There's sales tax.
But how many of these people are actually,
Yeah,
on boards and paying their sales tax?
How do you-
we have no idea how many Airbnbs in town,
So that's the other thing.
Another representative was here and he said if you have a home business, you can make up to 30,000. What was he saying you can make up to 30,000 without paying taxes or make up,
I think so, yeah.
I mean, no income tax, nothing?
Without getting certain licenses.
Oh, okay,
Does he
yeah.
still come here on Saturdays? He was coming to the library for a while.
I think he was coming here when he was up for election.
Yeah, I never.
Now that he's been elected, I don't think he does.
Okay.
I think he will come back, if you ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
I mean, it's just something to think about. I don't know where the
No, we-
town wise, but
if
it's
we look down the road, Kurt,
Yeah.
we've talked about this. We don't have,
property taxes
Where are
are
we
only
gonna
source
get-
of revenue. Is
all we're
that's
gonna
it.
do is raise the taxes to the people that exist in here now. There's not much left for
Yep.
expansion.
Nope.
So, you let people come in, have a business.
There's something. I mean,
Well-
maybe it's going to be hard to get any real big businesses here just because we don't have a
Right.
municipal sewer and water system.
Right.
So.
Think about that, Green Mountain Power selling electricity to people, they should be paying us a tax, they're using our right of ways free of charge.
Right.
Why aren't they paying the town?
Sure.
Right. Yeah, it's just
Well,
you got
they
to
do
think
pay
outside
taxes.
of the box.
Not to the
Power.
town.
Not to the town.
Utility?
yeah, utilities, they pay.
Right.
So they pay.
Green
Oh,
Mountain
okay.
Power, National Grid, and,
They give
Belco.
money to the
Because I know that
Yeah.
in Whitingham, because they
They're on our-
most of the
they're
reservoirs,
on our tax
they
bills.
they made Whitingham back in the day when they had gold towns a gold town because they paid like 50% if not more of the tax base.
Right, yeah.
So
You know, property. Green Mountain Power owns property.
The power line is
Yeah.
in charge.
Phil in the
So we
lake.
tax them on that?
There's one right up in the box there now.
They set their own value.
They set their own value, but they pay. I don't even remember the tax bill, how
But
much
if you
they
could
pay.
tax them 1% on every dollar,
Years, yeah.
that
There's a lot of money.
I mean, we'd have to encourage
Why shouldn't they?
more businesses somehow. and it's just
Electricity
hard
must go
because
up.
we don't have the
Yeah, that's what
infrastructure
I'm thinking too.
to do that.
Well,
No.
I mean, yeah, but you're gonna charge down to Belmont, you're gonna, so then you're gonna pay more for your gas and
Yeah.
what's the
Well, they
difference?
already charge more than everyone else in town or in the area.
But the philosophy is you're gonna pass the cost on, which you're gonna, but what's the difference?
Yeah, but how many out-of-staters go to Belmont?
Right, yeah.
Right? So they come up, they dump their money in, Belmont takes it, and now those out-of-staters can pay that extra dollar.
Airbnbs, all like the
comes
same.
in.
I mean, most of it, if most of the sales tax, I wouldn't assume would go to the town residents. Most of it would be
Yeah.
people coming in from wherever.
Sure.
Well, that's the little I know about it. It's something. We got to start thinking outside of the box
I bet you
and ways to get revenue.
I bet you that was changed because there's so many small towns that can't collect this 1% that somebody must have pushed.
We're not unique. I mean, there's small towns like this all over Vermont that are going to struggle with roads and incomes and how to just be
And there is small
sustainable.
businesses, Airbnbs and all that going in that paying.
Right.
Good.
But I don't. That would be a whole nother. And like, how do you enforce the fact that someone's not paying their sales tax when they should be?
Or lean on them.
Yeah.
Because
Just like you would,
Yeah.
just like you would on your sales or your property tax. You don't pay, then you put a lien on their building. That's how you do it. They'll pay. Because they're just gonna give it to the consumer anyways. So in the long run, tax comes back to us.
Yeah.
No matter how it goes. we can spread it out, it seems better when we spread it out, it's still our money.
It's like who pays tariffs?
Right, it's us people, yep.
Okay, any other new business, old business? Anything coming up that we need to know about?
We will have a liquor board meeting pretty soon.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did say that.
I have to wait till they fill out their side of the paperwork to get it to us.
Good, motion to adjourn.
Second, any, all in favor? Aye. I don't know.